Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have a wonderful guest in studio today. It's Edward P. Graham from the law offices of Edward P. Graham. Ed, welcome.
Thank you, Liz.
Tell me a little bit about your background.
In 1995, I began a professional practice of law in Naperville on South Washington Street after having served two private practice law firms in Joliet and acted as a public defender for a 2-year period as well. So during those formative years, I had this ambition to begin a practice of law in Naperville, which was my hometown since 1973. We created the law firm with the mission of serving clients with the delivery of the highest professional legal services possible.
That's awesome. It's nice to have a local guy back in town here. Tell me a little bit about the areas of concentration.
As the practice has evolved, today we practice principally in the areas of family law, estate planning, civil litigation, business law, and real estate. In that assembly of legal areas, we're able to serve clients embroiled in disputes, as well as clients that have transactional needs like a real estate closing, land development, and other types of practice needs.
That's super. So a wide variety. What if I were a client thinking about hiring you? What would my initial experience be with you?
Well, in an introductory conference, we would expect you to be warmly greeted by one of our capable staff members who reflect the personality that we want to have our clients experience. After that meeting, we would have the client meet with a professional attorney, have a chance for that attorney to assess the client needs and develop a preliminary analysis and a strategy to accomplish the client's goals.
Because it's really in that initial meeting that you're trying to build trust.
Absolutely. At the essence of our practice, when we serve clients, we must develop trust as part and parcel of our relationship. So we try to be strong and understanding clients' needs. We communicate and we seek to deliver successful outcomes in an efficient manner.
Right. Well, and you know, with the idea of building trust, one of the areas that you specialize in is estate planning, which is a very delicate, sensitive area. And so tell me a little bit about estate planning and what I need to know.
You're right, Liz. The estate planning process is really one of the more intimate, detailed experiences that a lawyer can have. We learn so much about the client's assets and their liabilities, their wishes, their relationships. The estate planning process involves ultimately the completion of a set of documents that reflect the client's personal goals.
Is one of those documents the will? I think many of us think we just need a will, but not an estate plan.
A will has historically been known as a central document in an estate plan. It's useful in order to accomplish the payment of expenses when somebody dies. An individual has to be appointed to take care of that obligation, as well as to distribute the assets. So a will has a central role in many estate plans, but it's not the only choice that a client can make.
Right, and other documents that we need to think about at that stage of life are something that you can also help us with, which is a power of attorney. Explain a little bit about that option and what we need to do.
So a power of attorney, unlike a will, which actually is activated at death, is a document that becomes active during a person's lifetime, depending on an event like a disability. The power of attorney allows an individual to appoint another to make decisions for them with respect to health care issues or property or financial issues.
And this is often the role of the adult child.
That is correct. We find that to be the case in many of our engagements.
That's right. So tell me a little bit, you've been in business for over 20 years. What role is the community playing for you?
I have found, after having grown up in Naperville and being educated in the public schools in the community, that I have a personal connection to Naperville, a connection that was reaffirmed when I chose to live in Naperville following my formal legal education. So from that point forward, Liz, I've been involved in a various number of social and civic endeavors, including religious organizations like the Knights of Columbus in Naperville, the DuPage Pads, also Misericordia, all in an effort to try to give something back to the community. At the center of our professional work, it's about service. So I really enjoy that type of effort, that type of opportunity to give back to the community in a non-business sense. But it has also led to many business relations developing over the years, too.
Right. Well, I would imagine it's nice to have a little bit of a relationship with a person before you're engaging in something like an estate plan, or to at least know somebody if a need came up because of a dispute.
Absolutely. When clients come to our office and they present their client matters to us, they're entrusting us as attorneys with some of their most important matters in their life. So in order to be able to have those opportunities, clients are able to meet with us outside of office settings, such as in some of these community events and activities that I've been involved with, to gain a better understanding of what is Ed like on a personal, individual level.
Ed, tell me a little bit about where you're located now.
We are conveniently located on the north side of Naperville at the intersection of Diehl and Naperville Road, just south of the I-88 tollway. We're about 10 minutes by drive to downtown Naperville. We're easily accessible by major roadways.
And if somebody's if they're not quite sure they need a lawyer we often underestimate when we need a lawyer, and sometimes we're hesitant to call. Is it all right if they give you a call and stop by?
Absolutely. We want everyone to feel welcome when they contact our office, whether it's by telephone, by in-person contact, or through our website.
Thanks for stopping by and sharing a little bit about what you do and your passion for not only serving your customers well, but for the community. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back with more Business Connection. Stay tuned.